Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's good to be back and saying it's Brick Haul o'clock with 2 packages from bricklink.com. Yep, so I've been off for a bit, but I have been building, including the Silent Mary that I showed you on one of my posts. I've also been designing an absolute load, so that's been going really well. It helps to have a bit of a breather from videos to do some really good designing because, well, it just has reduced pressure essentially, so you can really concentrate on one thing at a time. So that's really good. And usually, recycle packaging. And usually I'm, that's quite funny, open me. Usually what I'm trying to say is that I go off for complete weeks when I've got a planned departure from the channel. But this time it was unplanned, so essentially we ended with a brick haul, and I'm starting again with a brick haul, which is a bit unusual, but hey ho, I figure I've got an absolute load of packages to go through, so 2 brick hauls in a row technically ain't a bad thing. I'm also going to be greedy today, as I said, opening 2 packages because, well, we've got a mound to get through, and hopefully soon I'll be buying all the pieces for my double modular. Which isn't really a modular, but anyway, it sort of follows the rules very loosely. So basically we'll have a load more as well. So I've really got to start churning through this backlog. And to add to that, I've been given, I've got 4, I think, accumulated so far, packages from you guys. So if you want to send a package to the channel, you can, to the usual address shown here. But I'll be getting to those, I guess, next week because I don't want to appear ungrateful at all and just holding back. Wow, what an absolute mountain of bricks that is. So yeah, I'll have to get to that very quickly as well. Wow, this is very nicely packaged order here, as you can see. So I'm going to probably speed it up a little bit today just because we've got this huge mound to go through and basically that other package as well. So let's get going. Right, there's going to be, as always, loads of things for the undersea. So I've just got loads of different tentacle pieces and kind of plant pieces as well there. Another one of those. Can't reuse little tiny bags like that. Just a flowery sort of petal one there. Some connectors here. Now you might think these red ones are for doing that improving on the water pipe of that scene we did recently with the Drill-X drilling machine, but I actually need those for one of my ship builds because this is one of the main sort of things that I'll be buying for in this order when I just designed my ships essentially. So we're buying parts mainly for my ship builds that I'm really keen to get going on, my tiki bar, which I'm quite keen to get on with, phone shop, and also all these undersea pieces, obviously, as usual. Now this is an interesting piece. We've seen this before. It's kind of from elves sets usually, and it's these sort of foliage pieces on a round tile, but I use them as splats of vomit or puke, which is very horrid, but nonetheless very necessary if you've got a very big fairground. So I've got an absolute load of these, so I will have to stop buying them now, I think. But essentially I'm going to have to decide which of my many fairground rides is the most sort of vomit-inducing and put an absolute load of this underneath it. It'll be absolutely horrible. Of course, we've already got one near the pub as well for the pig suit guy who's on the bachelor party, stag do. So maybe we can do some other scenes as well. But there's 2 more burps. They must have been cheap in the nice old dark grey. More undersea pieces here with the little tiny, what they call cupcake pieces and different things. I think they'll just be the sort of almost flowers, if you will, of some coral pieces. Always good in bright colours as well because they've come from friend sets. So there is a use for all of those. But there was one very interesting piece in there that really doesn't look like it's Lego at all from first glance, and that's because it's from Belleville. So essentially this is in a very unique colour as well, actually, in that it's medium lime. So that's not very common at all. You can compare that with normal lime and see that it is, well, very slightly different. It's not quite as different as you might expect. So this came in 2 Belleville sets, including 5942 Pop Studio, where it's on the dressing table there. And, oh, God, that's a scary glimpse into the past origins of today's friend sets, isn't it? That said, horrible. A pop star, though, getting ready. And obviously she needed her mobile phone. So I'm thinking that will be either part of the sign or something else to do with my mobile phone store that I'll be making soon as well. So I just wanted to get that because it's very different. I like that. Really good. It's going to be hard to connect to any other part of a build. Some interesting parts again that we've seen before are the sign for the beach party that's going on the beach in Brick Nottingham, and that's from the what is it? It's the 60154 bus station set, isn't it? Where it's on that bus stop there. I must stop buying that now as well, because essentially I've got quite a few of those, I think. And this one, I think I can stop buying as well now. I've got a second one, and it's just the menu for my tiki bar. So I really liked it because it's got these sort of half coconuts and pineapple sort of cocktails available, and some toasties by the looks of things, or club sandwiches or something like that. Another little baggie with some wands in, and a hinge. Not very interesting particularly, but these are all for specific builds, so I'll have to check my Brick Link wanted lists to see what's what. Some slopes there, a plate, lots and lots of grey bricks. Now I do believe that this person was very cheap with certain bricks, so where they were, I've just bought pretty much all they had really, because I'm going to need an absolute mound of things like these corner bricks in dark bluish grey for my deep sea cabinet, because I will be doing kind of, a large amount of the backdrop will be made out of bricks rather than just relying on the glass sort of backdrop that we've put the sort of sticky on, that we expertly designed. Duplo, hey hey. I've been quite interested to get this actually, to see how cool it is, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool actually. So this is a 1x2x2 brick in Duplo terms, which makes it sort of a 2x4x3 brick in Lego terms, or is it 4? I think it's 4, yeah, 4 high. So yeah, I got this basically because I thought it might be good for a commercial sort of 3D advert billboard, kind of like the one that we've already got for the laundry on the side of the modular police station, but just with a huge box of detergent, basically saying, get your whites white sort of thing with soap. So that's come from 2 sets, including 6137, my first Lego Duplo supermarket from 2011. And look at that cool cake piece. That's one to look out for as well. Yeah, I'm not going to get loads of Duplo pieces, but every now and then you just see one, you think, oh, that's cool, I like that. The scale is obviously a bit of a problem using it, so yeah, I do like it though. So tell me if you've got any better ideas for that. Ran out of those modified plates in dark bluish grey. Just seem to use those all over the place. A few fence pieces. I'm thinking of using the brown ones in my tiki bar as kind of, the fence to sort of stop members of the public wandering in. Couple of very simple pieces there. Just throw them on. Some round bricks in white. Golly, these white ones are a bit faded. I can't remember what they're for actually. Hopefully the fact that they're slightly off-white doesn't matter too much, or maybe they're just grubby, but they do look a little bit stained to the naked eye. Can you see the difference there? Yeah, I can't remember what they're for. You would have thought I'd know. Small bits probably for under the sea. Headlight bricks. Some, oh golly. I think they're old light grey. They look sort of sun damaged at first glance, but I think they are actually old light grey, so that's good. That's probably for under the sea. More cheap bricks, 1x4 in white. I'm going to need a lot for my double modular, so I have started buying the bricks a bit speculatively for that, and some of the walls in that will be white. I don't think that's a massive spoiler to tell you that. Some tan ones there. I mean, golly, look at all these big 2x2x3s I've got. I don't think I'll even bother tipping those out because, quite frankly, it will just fill the scene. Some 1x6s, some 1x16s. More interesting parts are these panels. I haven't got some of these for a while, but this guy had some, or this lady. Don't know which one it was. But these ones are for my undersea cabinet, of course, and they all say 442, which isn't a football or soccer reference. It is the fact that it comes from the set 6442, Stingray Explorer from 1997, which has, you guessed it, a stingray in it. So anyway, 5 more of those. And it's a real shame, but I'm probably going to have to take some of these stickers off. But I mean, that one's damaged, so that's no real loss, because I don't need 442 written on every square inch of it at all. Then I've got this sticker sheet for the gyrosphere, which I realise I recently got. So I've bought this second one in error, and it's from the set 75941, Indominus Rex versus Ankylosaurus from 2020. So called because he's only tall enough to bite T-Rex's ankles. I did that joke before. I got this sticker sheet before. Yeah, I guess I'll have loads of gyros here signs or euros here. Basically, you just get rid of the P and then you've got a here sign, and then euros being the fast food sort of thing from Greece. I did that before, and I'll have another one. And I guess I've got another fossil sticker now, so it's not a bad sheet to have. I don't think it was very expensive, but yeah, I didn't mean to get it in 2 successive orders. More of that fencing for the tiki bar, with some nice rounded ones for the corners as well. I think that'll be really good. I'm not going to tell you where that's going, because I think it'll be a bit of a spoiler. They are for a very interesting part of my ship build, or ship 2, because I'm building 2 ships. One on that recent, very classic sort of red hull piece, and one on the sort of slightly smaller black hull piece. So here's some very interesting pieces that I'm going to be using with these, kind of as sort of bits of kind of surface detail. And there's 2 sorts hopefully in here. Yeah, there we are. There's that one and that one. And they both came from the set 5886 T-Rex Hunter from 2012, where they're on the huge lift helicopter of the Dino range. And I just really like them because they're kind of mechanics. So yeah, I might even stick those on the outside of the normal deep sea base that we've done, well, that we need to do more on as well, to make that look even more detailed. So I've got a pair of those, well, 3 of that one and 2 of that one, it seems. There we go. I just need to wheel my camera down a little bit. There we go. And then a similar piece, but different, from a completely different set, is this Repair Bay one, and that's from 7709, Sente Fortress from 2006, where it's kind of at the back in that picture, in there somewhere. So that's nice to have, and again, I'll probably use that under the sea, going in with all these yellow pieces. Tread plates. I like these ones because they're a bit different, actually, a bit more sort of visible than the usual ones. So I've got 4 of those. They're on yellow. Don't have to stay on yellow because I can, of course, move them using my patented hot tea technique. And that's very good. Pair of number plates with 60001 on, and I'll be adding those to a fire engine. And then this, which I thought was really nice, actually. Nice little sort of tessellated pattern. And that is from a friend set, 41314, Stephanie's House from 2017, where it is part of the bedspread, presumably in Stephanie's bedroom. Oh, and I've got that calendar already that she's got on her wall. So that's a very nice piece as well. So I don't know where I'm going to use that. That could just be something for sale, a rug or something like that, but a very nice piece. More massive pieces. I'll just put those to one side. Another one of those. Yeah, the one that I keep saying I'll really stop buying, but I haven't. Oh, surprise, surprise, 2 more of those. Haven't stopped buying. I really will stop buying them soon, I'm sure. Some bionicle pieces. So one of those flames for a kind of plant piece. And 2 of these, I guess you'd call them shields. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I'm not using that one. That has been, whoa, I don't know, abused, let's say. If that's been chewed, that has been chewed incredibly well. Ugh, I don't like to think about that. Yeah, I'm going to throw that in the bin right now. There we go, that's in the bin. And this one is okay, and in orange, and that's kind of a plant piece as well. I don't know how it's going to look with this sort of clear bit being visible as well. You can see it's reflecting my lights right now, but anyway, we'll try that under the sea. And then we'll get the full view. Yeah, I'm going to speed this up or this video is going to be super long. Some boat tiles in dark azure, some little glittery purple dish pieces. More of those boat tiles in different bright colours. I'm going to be using those hopefully under the sea as well. One of the window frames, that's kind of a castle-y one, but I'll be using that on the boat build. Some of those. For tiny little plants under the sea in the very deepest regions where there's less light. Modified plates. Always use loads of these things just with the little rail on, so I've got loads of those. All for builds, probably need more. Little slope pieces. A couple engraved under the sea and 1 dark tan one. Must have been all they had. More modified plates and plates. Yeah, so this store basically had really good prices. So essentially, when there's quite a few ordinary pieces, which I do need just as validly for all the builds I'm making. I mean, you know, this is how I get my pieces. So every week when I'm doing 2 new builds, obviously I need to get them somewhere. So it's not just interesting stuff. Some of it's just sort of consumables like corner plates or whatever. But this is very interesting. It's a 3-wide dish. And this is from another friend set, actually, Olivia's Creative Lab 41307, where it's unique. And it's the Lady Robot's kind of skirt or dress piece. But I won't be using it as that, I don't think. Though it is quite a little cute little robot build, actually. I don't know what I'll be using it for. Maybe the top of a jellyfish with loads of tentacles coming down. I think that's kind of what it looks like. Maybe on a really deep level, because it almost looks like bioluminescence, that, you know, when a deep sea creature has little lights in its cells. So that's really nice. I like that. Dome pieces. Some of those will be for sort of buoys or buoys, if you call it that in America, for floating in my underwater scene. These are definitely for underwater. I love those. The sort of fingered sort of bits of rocky outcrop. So lots of those for some detailing. These are some garage sort of slider door pieces. I'm going to be using those as part of one of my facades that I'm planning for my harbour edge kind of quayside. So I'm going to do a whole row of facades. So I'm hoping to have a sliding door as part of some of that. And the brick, I guess, will be grey. More modified bricks in white with the slats on. Won't tip that one out, but loads of 1x3 bricks. Random bricks in there as well, not worth particularly tipping out. More of those flower pieces. Inverted slopes. Yeah, I've got so many builds on the table right now, and I've got so many packages in a great big pile behind me that I really need to get moving on getting the parts out of the packages through the process of these hauls and onto my builds, basically. I've got all these bags waiting for a few pieces, and I can't really get moving on them until I do. But I do still have enough builds to be getting on with, because I've got an absolutely huge backlog of ideas as well. So that's the best place to be. Right, so here are some of the vital ship pieces that I need for my ship builds. Got one of those, which is kind of a little mast thing with, you know, radio antenna on it and stuff like that. This was quite hard to get. It's been on pretty much, well, every large ship in the city line for quite a while, whether it be a Coast Guard one or what have you. So that's really important. I think I've either got one of these or there'll be another one in another haul, because I think I need 2, because I'm going for an extra wide bridge. So that would be really nice. A minifigure. And this is a city jungle engineer, as it says here. And I believe this guy, originally at least, came in the jungle exploration site, which is the cool one, with the sort of crashed plane as part of it. And I've already pieced together that crash plane, because I'm going to have that in my undersea cabinet as well. There's going to be so many wrecks. I just thought I may as well have a wreck of a plane as well. And essentially we'll have a Bermuda Triangle, or maybe it'll be called the Brick Triangle, and that's why everything's crashed in one place and it's a big mystery. So that'll be interesting. Got a couple more pieces for my eventual fire scene, not coming anytime soon, but these are the kind of front roof pieces of 60002 fire truck from 2013, because as I've said before, I kind of want all of my fire vehicles having the same sort of signature, you know, stickers all over them and so on. So I figure I'll have all of them with the same kind of roof emblem on. So I've got 2 more of those. Might be in a position to get going on that. Oh, we missed a mobile phone from earlier, so that'll be stock in my phone shop, and that is from a Terrain Crusher Tiny Turbo set 8130 on the roof there. So that's really nice. What else we got? More of them, or they rolled off probably. Some of those. Some little flowers in blue. Haven't used these yet. I've been collecting these for quite a while. I've got similar ones going up the side of my hospital, but I've probably got enough of these to start using them now. So I have a nice climbing plant with these medium azure 5-petaled flowers somewhere. Shout out in the comments section if you think there's a big bare wall that needs covering up. Couple of Technic bricks in old light grey. I'm not going to tip those out. You can see they're pretty boring 1x2x5 bricks. Oh, and loads of 1x2s actually as well. All in there. Put those to the boring side. Loads of white pillars. Yes, these will be featuring in my double modular build as well. I don't think that's a spoiler. So just for a bit of sort of wall detail, where you've got sort of gap window, you may as well fill the gap with one of these. So that's quite nice. It's amazing what you run out of, but they were actually quite vitally needed. 2x3 white bricks. 1x2 plates. Right, loads of stickered bricks. We might have to go through this bag in a bit more detail. That I've bought for the brick. I'm just going to pull off the police sticker, even though it did come from a really cool set, 60046, the helicopter surveillance, where you've got that shack with the green car outside and the listening cop kind of hiding in the barrel. I really, really like that set, but yeah, that's coming off there. This is interesting. I haven't seen this one before. It says Cowhorn, Billy, Texas, established since 1878, with a $sign on and Bullet Run, and that's the set it came from. Bullet Run 8147, another tiny turbo set from 2007, where it's on the side of that stretch limousine. Again, I bought that for the brick. I may be able to salvage the stickers, you know how. I may apply them somewhere else. So ideas for that, if you think I can use those stickers usefully in my city. This one I bought for the brick. It's got a number plate on the back. Max 5 speed. That can go somewhere. I don't know exactly where. Maybe on the entry into my car park. Multi-story, that would have a very low speed limit, wouldn't it? That's from 8147. Bullet Run as well. Roof piece for one of my ship builds. There we've got loads of these stickered pieces here from other tiny turbo sets, and essentially I bought these for the bricks just because they use bricks. That's all I want them for. I may try and salvage stickers where they're useful, but I don't think they are. I quite like that one, the Winners Lane one. But there's no apostrophe on Winners Lane, so I can't use it now. It has to be grammatically right. That's a rule of Brick Nottingham, Winners Lane. Yeah, either needs an apostrophe at the beginning or at the end of the S, because depends how many winners you're talking about. It should only be one, so it should just be before the S. There's a free grammar lesson for you, or syntax rather. But anyway, yeah, there's loads of those. These I've got several times before. And they're just sort of oxygen tanks, and they came on the Deep Sea Submarine 60092. I just want to have loads of these, kind of waiting to be delivered to my deep sea base, or attached to all of the walls perhaps. So having these O2 caution signs on them is really useful. I have to clean them up and straighten them, of course, using, yes, that technique. So it's nice to have loads of those. I might have to stop buying those as well now. Yet more sticker pieces from that same deep sea submarine set. I've got some interesting internal stickers for all my deep sea stuff. Some oxygen kind of gauges. And I presume it's supposed to be that way up, saying 68% rather than percent 89. I'm thinking. But anyway, I can reposition that. And a nice little radar, undersea radar, or sonar I suppose it is if it's undersea. We've got our favourite stickers from the Super Secret Police. Yep, so you know what set they come from by now, surely. The Super Cycle Chase 70808. And again, I should stop buying those. Yeah, I needed a pair of these. These are to go with that number plate that said 60001. And these are the sort of side ones. So originally they were on the Fire Chief car of that same set number from 2013. Where there's a lovely cat in a tree. Probably what firemen do more than put out fires. So I'll reposition those and put them onto one of my fire engines, so they've all got different numbers on. Big bricks. Won't bother tipping them out. Oh, have I needed these. Train buffers. If I'm going to do millions of different train builds, as obviously I have to, kind of by impulse and nature, then I'm going to need buffers, and I've run out. So here we've got 2 pairs, and you know what that means? 2 more wagons. Awesome. Yeah, they look nice and strong, so that's good. A plate. Some more plates. I'm expecting another minifigure. Oh, yeah, there we are. There's another minifigure, and this guy is just City Park Visitor. He's very generic, but if you're interested, he's from the Barbecue Burnout Junior Set 60212. But I just got him because he was incredibly cheap for his parts. And because he's got quite a useful face for if you've got a massive, fairground. for going on a roller coaster. He looks like he's a bit exactly how I'd be if I was going on a ride, like most of those, especially the speed they're all going at, and an absolute mound of little plates as well. So yeah, quite a few interesting pieces in this, but more importantly than that, a great volume of pieces, especially this great big mound that I haven't tipped out over here of the more ordinary pieces for building all of the builds coming up in the next few months. So that is really good. And we have had some really interesting ones. I think this soap one is one of them. That is absolutely amazing. Really like that for a good 3D advert. These panel pieces that will be used undersea, and a lot of these ship pieces as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing my ships. Really can't remember what they're from though. Right, so that is package one. And as I said, we're being greedy and doing 2 today. So let's get on with the second one as well. Okay, package number 2. And this one was quite vital actually, in that I was designing, or kind of redesigning the submarines that are going to be going on my deep sea ocean cripes base, and I needed a lot of pieces that I don't own. So, and I've seen them spill out, I tried to find somebody who had an absolute load of these facet bricks in dark blue, and this vendor was one of them. So I just needed an absolute stack of these. You can see how many I needed. Because there are 3 submarines. Yeah, so that was quite a vital part. So that's why I was also keen to do 2 packages today, so I could get my hands on these and use them in very near-term videos. So that is really good. That's the reason why I picked this order to go through. But the reason why I picked this vendor, I'm just going to try and peer through. Yeah, it's as part of this huge bag here, is for something that I've had on my wanted list for absolutely ever. And I'm hoping they're all right. They'll need moving, but it looks all right. Should be 2. Yeah, there we go. That one looks much better positioned. Was these pieces. So the way I use bricklink.com is I find all the people who say got the thing that I really need, in which case these, and then say there's 5 of them. I look at all 5 and see if they've got anything on my kind of really rare, ultra hard to find list. And this guy had these too. And I thought, right, well, this is the person I'm buying from, because I've never seen them available before, and they weren't even expensive. So if you don't recognise them, which you probably won't, these are from 70173 Ultra Agents Ocean HQ, which I don't have. I'm not sure I want, because it's huge. I mean, it is awesome. It's very rare in the UK, so it's very hard to get the stickers. But I have rebuilt Electrolyzer's hover ship, or the Electro Flyer, as the blurb calls it in that set. And as part of his flyer, he has an EMP bomb, which is an electromagnetic pulse, I suppose. And basically, I've used an alternative tile with an electric sort of symbol on, because I never thought I'd get hold of 2 of these. And here they are. So behold, I'll be able to reposition those using my patented hot tea technique. And then I can exchange those and put on the proper stickers onto that set. So a very subtle change for something that's already sort of in the city, hovering above my brick Nottingham post building. Yeah, one that's quite important to me. Don't know why I get so hung up on getting things exactly perfect. I guess it's just how I am. But yeah, they are actually genuinely exciting to me. That's how sad I am. So there we go. Cool. Right. So everything after that is absolutely fine. So I've got 4 of these curved bricks in red. And I do know why I wanted those. I'm going to add those as a bit of a coloured stripe onto our undersea base. Oh, they're quite hard to pull apart. So that's really nice. I wanted those quite urgently as well. So I'll get on with cleaning those as promptly as possible. Then we've got a bit of army building going on. This guy had a couple of these swamp creatures going. They're from the set 9461, the Swamp Creature from 2012, a Monster Fighter set. And I think the thing with these is, because it was a cheap set, I think a lot of people just bought it, you know, pocket money and what have you. So there's quite a few of these things available, and that's the best thing to do an army build with. You buy as many of one minifigure as possible, so basically have an absolute mound of them so it looks like an army. So yeah, I think there's a lot of these available, so I'm going to keep buying these. I don't know how many I've got so far, about 4 definitely, or maybe 5, and I guess they'll go under the sea. I've already got quite a few Atlantis figures, so I'll have a big scene with them, but I guess I can have more than one scene in such a huge cabinet. So I'll have these guys We'll have to rename them from swamp creature, though, I suppose. They'll have to be sort of mermen or something like that, I suppose, to be in the ocean. But yeah, I really like them. I think they're just fantastically shaped and patterned on the legs, waist, absolutely everything. So yeah, they're great. And if you do take off their heads, you see their faces are really good as well. But I think they'd be attached rather than removable, these headpieces. Anyway, right, good. So 2 more of those for an army build. More tentacle pieces in lime. And, I've not had this before. This is from Harry Potter. This is the sort of hat and hair combo from the twins, Fred and George Weasley. I just thought I'd get one for somebody in my city to be wearing, not for a Harry Potter thing. As you know, I don't really follow Harry Potter or know much about it, but I'm pretty sure the Weasley twins were the source. Were they clones of each other? Oh, no, that's right. They were cloned to make a huge army of troops, weren't they? To conquer the galaxy far, far away. Or something like that. Yeah, I think I've got that right. You'll have to tell me in the comments section if that is a correct Harry Potter reference. I think it is. Anyway, so there's that. Ladder piece. Some of these pieces, which I hope aren't stained, because they're to replace 2 stained ones. You know what? I think I've got a white one and a slightly off-white one. We'll have to see how they look when I've given them a scrub. They feel a bit sticky, to be honest. So, yeah. There's an ATM kind of computer screen, which I didn't have, and I kind of like the look of. I've kind of designed most of my ATMs not to need a screen like this, because I've done my, what have I done? The Asteroid Bank, of course, but there will be different banks as well. This was only in the Quickie Mart set and the 10720 Police Helicopter Chase set, which was a Juniors one from 2016. But I like it. I kind of like the sort of bank symbol on the screen next to the keypad, and it's got all the right slots and so on, so it is actually technically better than the screen that I have been using. A couple of those, we've seen those recently, just to put into a wall under the sea and then have loads of sort of growths coming off it. Which could be the tentacles we've looked at, or all sorts of different things. I think they're going to be really useful with these sort of empty, hollow studs. So they can take bar pieces and all sorts on those. More SSP things. Yeah, I keep saying I'll stop, and then I don't. There's a nice sticker sheet. I got this one partially for the little sort of electric sort of symbol there. I can definitely make use of the plates, but I mainly got it for the missing cat sign with a bit of spray art that will go, I don't know, on the back of some building somewhere. That's from the recent set, 60319, Fire Rescue and Police Chase from 2022, which has got that cool dark turquoise and black car, which is the only bit of that set I really like. So that's why I'm not probably going to get it, but I do quite like that car. Another example of where dark turquoise is in favour at the moment. More huge white bricks. Get those when the price is right. That's pretty grubby, but I think it'll clean up. And yet more. I'm going to need a lot of these to, oh no, I can't say it, I'll give it away too much. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of these for something to keep you on tenterhooks. Some more old dark grey. They're just the beginning of the use of arm pieces, which I think I'll have a few of those in here. I'm just going to tip this bag out here. Yeah, so when we get bits like that to make a interesting piece of coral and need to route it onto the rock surface, then I'll do it like that. Oh, that one's broken. That's no good. That should have 3 fingers on. Probably still use it, but there we go. That would go like that, and then become a, plant somewhere. So that's that. That's for them to see, an old dragon wing, but in a colour that will fluoresce under light. Got this. How many of these did I get? Right. Well, those 2 I just bought for the tile underneath because they were cheap. Sometimes people would price just a 2x4 tile at about 15p and then put these at 5p as useless, and you think, right, I'll just take the sticker off and save myself some money then. But this one I wanted for the sticker because it's got a kind of a sporting pennant on it. And that came from Stephanie's bedroom, 41327. Actually, we've already been in Stephanie's bedroom, haven't we? So that's a different version of her bedroom from 2018 this time. And I figured that would go in my sports store when I eventually get around to that. So many projects I keep listing that are way off. Loads of these kind of, I think of them a crab leg, but sort of hinge pieces, and they've got the hole in so I can add little barbs or something like that. More SSP stickers from that same set, just on the bit at the front of that picture that we keep showing. Loads of dark blue legs. They must have been a really good price. Got about 8 of those. Blue tiles, very vital actually for a classic space build that's coming up. Oh, that's exciting. Much like the classic space gift with purchase that will be coming up later in the summer, I'm going to be making a different classic space build. So that'll be really interesting, I'm sure. So loads of those. Oh, these are nice. Nice sort of grass pieces for under the sea again. And then I got these. And I will be using, or at least part of this sticker. I quite like the tele sort of logo with a telephone on it for my phone shop, of course. They were from 60084, Racing Bike Transporter from 2015. That's the one that I've converted so both bikes fit on the back of mine, just to save on kind of road space in use. Maybe I'll be able to use the CB logo on some sort of cargo or something. Definitely the Octane, yeah. So I'll probably be cutting those into 3, each of them, and reusing each of the different pieces in different places. So that's really good to have loads of those. Cool. I've got these pieces in red and in yellow, and they're for holding old style doors. You remember I got those sort of green sort of half arch doors recently. So these are the bricks to kind of hold those into a wall, because they don't really fit with any more modern pieces. So I don't really know what colour my warehouse buildings were going to be. So I've got some in red, I've got some in yellow. That gives me a bit of flexibility with that. Curved slopes there to hide wires in my fairground there for something new that I haven't told you about, that I don't think I will. A transport sticker, that's quite fun for some cargo or something. That came from the 7900 heavy loader set from 2006, which is an absolutely huge thing. That's where those huge bridge kind of girder pieces come from. Well, there's another one of those that I don't want for the sticker. One more tentacle, this time in, golly, what's that? I think that's medium orange. There's another interesting colour that's a bit different. That's probably only been on one set. I think it's that tiger one or whatever it is. More ladder pieces. They'll be for my ship builds, kind of for bits of sort of engine cowling or something like that. These are another pieces for my classic space build, in that they are dark grey, old dark grey rather, and they're kind of like the, I don't know, control yoke or something like that on a spaceship usually. So I don't know if these in this colour were used in classic space sets, but it's kind of the right palette, so I think I'll use them on mine. So I'm glad to get 2 of those. They're really quite hard to get, actually. I kind of had it on my list under any colour available, really. But to get them in the really good colour like this, and in great condition, I'm very happy with. So that's good. Oh, more of those pieces to hold doors on. They must have been cheap, in white. And usually when I'm buying white, I try and buy too many in case just one is awful. But these are quite good, actually, when they're old, because they can be incredibly stained, of course. So that's nice. And then last but not least, I've got these very unusual pieces. They've kind of got a hinge on one side and kind of this very, very odd shape. And I bought them because a piece that I got absolutely ages ago, this wasn't in this haul, was this from a Jack Stone police set. And I kind of struggled to use it, even in cargo. I was thinking of using it in cargo, and I realised what I needed was these pieces to kind of give it some ends. They clip on like that and hinge down like that. And I'm not sure if that makes this piece even harder to use or not. But yeah, that's how it would work. So you could put something or some body in there. And yeah, I still don't really like it very much, to be honest. It's pretty ugly, isn't it? So anyway, that's what that is. So there we go. So that is the end of that haul as well. And wow, it's been absolutely great. I've got a mound of bricks to clean. So that's another job to do, add to the list. But this is enabling a lot of projects. I think my favourites are all the sticker pieces. Obviously, these very rare pieces from Electrolyzer's Electro Flyer for his EMP bomb. Looking forward to putting those in position. Obviously, our army building of our swamp creatures. And that soap thing, I'll just go back to that because that is really cool. It's very vivid, isn't it? That's going to really stand out on kind of the backdrop of a billboard. I really like that. Wow, absolutely loads. Oh, and quite importantly, the ability to make 2 more train builds. Fantastic. What an awesome haul. Well, I'm really happy with all of that. All those pieces for all those different projects has really got my creative energy going. One piece I forgot to show you was the Season 3 Rapper's head. Very cool indeed. Love the shades. All very good, apart from perhaps that piece that was absolutely mangled to bits that's already residing in a bin. Don't know how that got through their credit control, but I think we can forgive them one in so many. So as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, I think we'll be doing a train build this Friday, partially because if I don't do it soon, I don't think I'll ever do it. This is one that's been waiting quite a while. Then on Monday, maybe we'll do another deep sea build or something like that. The reason why Robin's still in his undersea stuff is because I was too lazy to take him out of it again. But it's quite appropriate next to these mermen, of course. But anyway, and then next week we'll have another haul, which will probably be your packages, I think. Yeah, as I say, we've got 4 quite big ones all lined up, so that will be a mega haul as well. So until all of that, see you! Hoo-hoo, yeah! Finally got them.